What's up, guys? Let's check out some comics from the last new comic book day of 2022. So first up, we have Action Comics 1050. I got the original cover A, which is fantastic. I love this Superman. Screams classic Superman. I also got this really cool Alex Ross cover, which again screams classic Superman, as well as this other really funny one by Dan Parent. I absolutely love the Superman straw. Action Comics 1050 is A New Era Rises. So what that means is there is a new era of Superman coming this year, 2023, because I'm recording this on January 1st. We're getting a new Superman team. So Tom Taylor is not doing Son of Kal-El. He's running a different Superman book. Clark Kent is once again Superman, where they're going to be introducing a lot of the other Supermen as well. This book was the jumping off point for the new era of the Superman family. This was fantastic. Absolutely love this. It screams classic Superman stories. Superman versus Lex Luthor. It showed a lot of like what they are building to. Lex Luthor. So a few months back, or I think a year ago, Superman actually revealed his identity once again to the world, and Lex Luthor made everyone forget because he wanted to show the people of Earth that Superman is not just another human. But this story was great. Like I said, it screams classic Superman, and this was just such a fun story. If you haven't been reading Superman, regardless if it's Action Comics or the Son of Kal-El, this is a great jumping off point and a great place to start up. So definitely check out Action Comics and the new Superman stories. This was a late pull from last week. We have Batman Superman World's Finest number 10. Easily one of the best stories to come out of 2023. This has been a great series so far, and I absolutely love this Paul McCartney cover. We have the final issue of DC versus Vampires, which was fantastic. I am very sad to see this story go. They do tease that there could be another one at the end of this book, but it was great. Honestly, you can probably tell here, Nightwing was the head vampire, and just what happens with him, what happens with Batgirl is great. Honestly, the entire story was fantastic, and I know I use that word a lot, but it really was. I really hope that they bring back DC versus Vampires. Maybe not fairly soon, but hopefully we don't have to wait too long. Batman Beyond the White Knight number 7. This was a great story. Bruce is back with the team basically. And Terry is welcomed into the Bat family, and it has a really cool kind of splash page. So if you have not been reading Beyond the White Knight, Bruce has basically been seeing Jack Napier, aka the Joker, who he's projecting him in his head. Bruce, Harley Quinn, Nightwing, Barbara, Terry, all that stuff. So we have the superhero walking, and Jack, Joker, goes hero walking to our mission. If this was a movie, it would be in slow motion. But this is a great story. I love how Sean Murphy is bringing in Terry McGinnis into this world. We have Detective Comics 1067 with this awesome cover A, as well as this Jim Lee cover, Christmas cover with Batman getting the tumbler. And I love how Santa's dropping it off for him. Ram V's run on Detective Comics has been great. It's been kind of classic Batman, really. And this week, Mr. Freeze comes along, and honestly, I am very excited to read this. I haven't read this one yet, but this is one that it's very high up on my list to read. Tim Drake Robin with this awesome Dan Mora cover. Dan Mora has been killing it with these homage covers lately, or even just the covers in general. Now, I've picked up every issue so far of Tim Drake Robin. Honestly, it hasn't really done it for me a ton. I'm not a huge fan of the artwork, and some of the story, it's not super enjoyable, but I've still read it. Honestly, I haven't stopped getting these issues because Tim Drake Robin has had some amazing covers. We have Nightwing number 99. If you watched my video last week, you'll remember that I got this as a foil cover, but this is just the regular cover. Again, Dan Mora, and it's just amazing. His artwork is so good. Paul Dano brings us issue 2 of Riddler, year 1. The first issue was crazy. This is, if you're not aware, this is like a origin story for his Riddler, Edward Nashton. This story is bonkers. Honestly, I cannot wait to read the entire series. This is just so dark and crazy, and it just builds more layers on top of who that Riddler character is in the Batman. And I also really hope this isn't the last we see of Edward Nashon in the Batman live action universe. We have Harley Quinn number 25 with this awesome Christmas cover, as well as this original cover A featuring the Harley Who Laughs. This book is the first full appearance of the Harley Who Laughs, who is the Harley version of the Batman Who Laughs. This was a crazy story between those two and Harley going up against her. The ending to this book is bonkers. If you don't want to check it out, or if you don't want to know, here's a quick spoiler alert, so jump ahead a few seconds. But at the end of this book, Harley kind of cracks open the multiverse, and we get so many different versions of Harley. The Man-Bat version of Harley is cool. We have the OG Harley. We have like the Harley Might. It's just so cool, and I cannot wait to read like the next issue. Mistletoe can be deadly if you eat it, but a kiss can be deadlier. This is Catwoman number 50. Honestly, I just got this because of the cover. I love how Batman doesn't have the eye black or even the white eyes here, and I love how they're under the mistletoe. Blue Beetle Graduation Day number 2. The first issue of this was fantastic. Like, it was one of the best stories I read in a while. It was great. This one is just as great. Honestly, I think this is a limited series, but I honestly cannot wait for issue number 3. If you haven't picked this up, definitely go grab it. Jaime Reyes is awesome as Blue Beetle, and he goes up against the new Beetle in this issue. The Nice House on the Lake, issue number 12. This was a fantastic story. This is the last issue of this story. They do tease that there is going to be another one, but we'll see what happens. James Tynion was great with this. I could not pick this story up. Last week, I picked up the issue of Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths number 7, so I got a couple more covers. This is the Dan Mora cover with Nightwing and Shazam, as well as this homage cover. It's so cool. That Where Batman Dies is classic. Now, I've seen a lot of people talk about Final Crisis and how they felt about how it ended and how it went. Honestly, it was a great story. Like I mentioned before, like the Flash War was really cool. The ending to this is crazy. I am very hopeful to see what happens with the future of DC with this. A long time ago, Stan Lee actually came to DC and did his versions of the classic characters. So Batman, Superman, Flash, Wonder Woman. This week's new comic book day fell on Stan Lee's 100th birthday. So happy birthday, Stan Lee. And DC released the Earth 6, A Celebration of Stan Lee book. This is a very thick book where there's stories about his Batman, his Superman, his Flash. It is great. I read the Superman and Batman stories, and I cannot wait to read the rest of this issue. And as you can see, this is a really cool cover with the Batman. Amazing Spider-Man number 16 with this demonized variant. This has been a decent story. Dark Web has been great so far. The new Spider-Man event that's going on right now between Chasm, Ben Reilly, and Spider-Man. The first few issues of the current run of Spider-Man I didn't really get into, I didn't really enjoy, but ever since Dark Web started, it's been really good. Hopefully they can keep that momentum going. Speaking of Dark Web, we have Venom number 14, which is a Dark Web tie-in. Venom, again, it hasn't been great since the new writing team started. This issue was good because it was a cool tie-in to Dark Web, but Venom hasn't been the same since Kate's left. We have Deadly Neighborhood Spider-Man number 3. Honestly, this is a fantastic cover. I haven't gotten a chance to read this issue yet, but the first 2 issues of this has been awesome. Invincible Iron Man number 1, which is a new story with Iron Man. The last run on Iron Man was really good. The ones with the Alex Ross covers. This issue was great. Who is after Tony Stark? He was blown up. There's a lot of really cool nods to the history of Iron Man in this. This is a great story, so check it out, especially with it being on issue number 1. The reprint edition of The Savage She-Hulk number 1, which is the first appearance of She-Hulk. We have Timeless with this amazing Miss Minutes cover. This is a very King centralized story, and Marvel Comics has been more with tying in their comics to kind of what's going on in the movies, and as you know, King the Conqueror is coming, and I love how they use Miss Minutes too. This doesn't tie in directly to the MCU, but Marvel tells stories that accompany things that are going on in their movies and shows, which is really cool. We have Quick Stops number 3. This is a great story. This is a very Elias centralized story, and if you saw Clerks 2 or Clerks 3, we have we love Elias with his Transformers and his Lord of the Rings and Pillow Pants. So this is a great story. And lastly, we have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #2. This just came in yesterday, so I haven't gotten a chance to read it yet, but I got this 4 connecting cover set. So they all connect, which is really cool. I might try to find a frame to put them all together so that way they're kind of they all run together. But this is really cool. I showed my wife this and she really thought it was so cool. Also, RIP Jason David Frank. I have to say, I love these crossovers with the Ninja Turtles. Batman did one a few years ago. The Power Rangers one has been so cool. The last version of it. And it's just so cool. I love the Ninja Turtle Power Rangers like mashups, like the suits and the powers, and it's just so cool. I have one more extra little nugget to show off. So Alex Ross on his website was doing a Boxing Day sale back on last Monday, the day after Christmas. And he had a sale, and I definitely jumped on this. So this is Batman 125, which this is his San Diego Comic-Con exclusive cover. I was able to grab this cover before, but this one is actually signed by Alex Ross, which is amazing. And it also comes with a certificate of authenticity as well, which you don't get a lot. I've noticed that. You do get some of them, but some artists don't include this. But this is such a cool, like, I love this. I don't have anything. I have a lot of Alex Ross stuff. He is one of my favorite artists, and I am so glad to finally have something of his that's signed. And because it was Boxing Day, they did throw in this really cool Superman Christmas print. And it is so cool. I'm definitely going to get this frame for next Christmas. Thanks for watching. If you want to keep up with some more comic pulls and Pokemon cards and anything like that, don't forget to like and subscribe, and come back soon. Thanks for watching.